Woo! Good evening, everyone. What a crazy busy day. How is my fellow family guys doing? Everything good? I have a surprise for you. Look, better camera view. I finally toyed with a correct angle and it's getting better. So today you're gonna see much more. Much more. Whew. This week I'm with my kids, so wife is at work because that's a holiday, so like from dawn to dusk I'm basically like super busy. That's the reason why we also postponed the stream 15 minutes later, because they have also like prolonged the evening watching time, so since they are not waking up tomorrow early. Yeah, so I am full-time pacifier this week. What is the chat saying? Hello Gregor, hello Kid Bashkarnich, hello Gabriel. We have the prime paint. Woohoo, we here. Nice view. Yeah, see much more. Yeah, but this is like the... I will show you how lousy this is. So it's just barely holding on. So tomorrow, if my kids allow me, I need to somehow solidify it, or how to say it. Because right now it's just barely holding in this position. So I found the so-called golden angle of a camera. So now it's gonna be much better. But I need to now adjust the lamp. So when I cannot lean too much. So today we were supposed to paint the Necrons, but the plans changed and I did not have time today to go to the shop, to my studio, and fetch them. So we continue painting our lovely shrouds. Yeah. As you can see, I finished the Bramble Loop, the Mushroom Shaman from what we started on Friday. I really enjoyed it. So for those who are interested, it's available on my Patreon or Cults, and you can get it from there. So let's do something, shall we? Again, we're gonna be working with Pro Acryl from Monument Hobbies, as I absolutely fell in love with these colors. First, we're gonna start with our purple, and we're gonna make them tongues. And this week, hopefully, the new fab filter will arrive for my printer, so we'll be able to print the Great Horned Red. I mean, this what the tech guy only from Uniformation advised me to actually like raise the printing level from 2 to 4 helped, but I cannot rely on it, and I will not like spend 15 euro worth of resin only just to risk a fail, right? So Mao, can you give me some recipe on homemade airbrush thinner and cleaner? Sure! So you just need my all-time recipe of this flow improver. So again, 2/3 distilled water, 1/3 is isopropyl alcohol, and 10 milliliters of glycerin. Now this glycerin, you can actually do 8 milliliters, just to be sure, right? Because 10 can be kind of greasy. But up to 10 is good. And that is your all-time everything. Your paint thinner, your flow improver, all good. Well, wait, okay, I need to hold this miniature on this. This is my mark of the... Do you see it sharply? You should be. And I need to adjust the lamp a bit. Maybe you won't see me, but you will see miniature better, and this is a fair price to pay. So now painting the tongue. of this lovely shroud. And this might seem kind of bright at the moment, but we will be like washing it with streaking grime. And we're gonna do that today, so hopefully all these paints dry so we can apply our oil wash. Guys, I've read another rumor that same producers which did a Rings of Power will be now involved in 40k series. My first question is, did you heard that? And is that true? Because if that is true, we are, you know what? I will be polite to say that it won't be good. I wanted to say we are totally fucked. But instead I will say it's not gonna be good. I hope it will be good. I really do. I wish it fare well. Because this is basically our only chance. If this flops, we are done, guys. No 40k for a very, very, very long time. Maybe ever. Hello, William! Any tips how to make some fake cattail for a diorama? What is a cattail? I need to Google that. Give me a second. Cattail. Oh! That's like a river shrub. Interesting. Well, I did not see any product offering something like that, so if I really need to do that, I think I would digitally sculpt it, because from the readily available material I cannot think of something good. Maybe I will think about it, and maybe I will think about something, but yeah, I would rather sculpt it than print it. Hello, Timothy. No, Dobron, don't say. The Rings of Power, in my opinion, was really not that good. So much more. It was. Listen, I really don't mind the diversity if it's like properly explained and properly set in the universe. So that was absolutely not issue with me. The issue I had with Rings of Power is that it was really badly written, the costumes were bad, and overall plot was terrible. I didn't like Galadriel, not even a bit, because I really love her Lord of the Rings version better. So by the time the Rings of Power was taking place, she was already a couple thousand years old, and they made her look really young and hot-headed. We're gonna now paint the teeth of our lovely shrubs, so for that we're gonna mix two colors, which is dark umber and camo green. Guys, and tomorrow I'm gonna do a massive announcement regarding my sports career, so stay tuned for that, for those who are interested in sports and all that jazz. I think you're gonna love that, what I'm gonna announce, because as you may know, I retired from running competitions. I did everything what was in my power, and now I've made an important decision, and I'm gonna ask you, do you think I will retire from sports, or do you think I will continue doing something great? Stay tuned for that. But I think some of you already know me, so you can kind of guess what that's gonna be. Like literally 1 hour ago I trained arms and my hands can be a little bit shaky. So I will do my best. It was kind of bad timing to train hardcore before the stream, but I'll do my best, everything what is in my power to make the best brush strokes possible. Ooh. Pacho, hello Pacho. Those are some interesting looking beasts of Nurgle. Yeah, these are called the Shrouds. It's basically a mixture of the toad and a... Uh-oh. No, don't fall. Don't picture. My setup is crumbling. Sorry. Yeah, tomorrow I'll figure out how to lock this setup in place so it won't fall. To give it a nice nice touch of this mixture of brown and camo green. Basically these Shrouds are the prototype, so I've printed 3 so far, so I'm gonna paint them, and then once we have them painted and know the scheme, we will be printing more of them. And also I'm working on, sculpting wise, about a different variation of troll touched by Nurgle for our army. So stay tuned for that as well. So right now, only thing what is holding me back is that old and broken fab filter. So once it's arrived, we will be printing and printing and printing our backlog. I missed. Look, I did a bad brush stroke over here, so let me fix that. Yeah. Okay, fixed it. Good? No, it's not good. Actually, we are... we need to paint all the horns and spikes, and then we're gonna wash it. And for that, I will probably change the brush for the bigger one. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. Finally today I'm able to sit down and do something relaxing. Whole day I've been well, mix it properly. Yeah. The trade-off for the better camera view is that you will not see my palette. And the light is boom! Let's not bump my head on the lamp. Some nice thick dose of this. It's literally like an elephant in the room, literally, because I need to be really careful not to bump on this camera, because it's holding barely. Hello Diego! Well, didn't think about sculpting. I was thinking more on a long painting brush, hair, some copper wires, and then white glue, simulate the look of the cattail, and then paint over. Well, depends on if you want to have these brownish looking things on the cattail or without them. If it's just the brush or bush, right? Then it's, yeah, as I said, you just grab old brush and cut the hair from there. The good thing is to do it from the old, like a sweeper. Those are the thick hair, and glue them together. broom is also working, like broom will also work really fine. Okay, and I didn't press record, damn. Hello, how are you? How do you divide your time with sculpture stress and training in the sport? Well, good question. So yeah, I literally just do that. I'm just taking care of my family, work out, and do this, and nothing else. So whole day is circled around this. So usually my day starts, I have my cardio, then I'll eat something, then grab my coffee, and I'll sit behind computer, do some digital work, administration and stuff. So this will take me around 45 to 1 hour. Then I'm moving to my studio and do the heavy duty work there. So that means like the terrain making, cutting foam, and basically everything what requires like catering around the big pieces. Then I go home, have some at lunch, have something to eat, walk my doggy. Then again sit behind the computer, do the digital work. So I usually in the afternoon I'm editing the photos, videos and stuff. Then I will go grab my kids around 4 from school. Well, now they are now they have holidays, so I need to build a regime around that. So I take them from school at 4 and play with them. I spend time with them. We either go out and do some sports like bike or like a forest hike or just go to the playground. Then at 6 is the time usually when my wife came from work, and we now like switch. I'm going to the gym every day at 6 or swimming pool or whatever day I have. At 7 to 7:15 p.m. I come home, have shower, eat something big, and then I am like working digital stuff. So let's say from 7:30 to literally till the start of the stream, I'm sculpting or doing digital stuff. Then non-streaming days, we have a date with my wife, so that means either we are watching something or play something together. So basically like the marriage stuff. And then on a streaming day, I'm spending my beloved time with you guys. And if you're asking where is the time for anything else, there is none. There's literally none. I'm blessed and fortunate enough that I absolutely... Uh-oh. My setup is crumbling. Let me just correct it. Jesus. Stay. So I'm fortunate enough that I'm absolutely obsessed with the things I love and with what I do. And that gives me the power, the willpower to work non-stop and enjoy it. So if I wouldn't love what I do, it would be absolutely hard to keep this mentally. But since I love it, I'm enjoying it. Literally the only thing which I hate about this hobby, like we're talking about like pure hate, is the cutting stuff and gluing models together from spruce. This is something which I literally despise. I literally despise it because it takes so much time, and in my opinion it's absolutely not necessary. So we are living in a time and age where the models can come whole from the printer, and there's literally no need to glue the models. And those stupid kids from, not kids, but kits from Games Workshop are deliberately made to take you a long time to glue them together. Those bits are fiddly and it's just absolute pain. But besides that, I love everything about it. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Hello Felix! Yeah, since you have a dog now, free detail brush. Yeah, my dog is a little mischievous fella. He likes to chew on my equipment, so luckily not the wires, but whenever I drop a brush or something, it's his now. And he's always like taking it under the bed, so there's his like his what you call it, his dungeon is behind the is under the bed. So he's like literally hoarding the stuff which is still from around the house. And since he's a dachshund, he's absolutely disobedient. I don't know if he's like the fact that he's just young or like stubborn, but he absolutely refused to like obey the commands. He only listens when I have a ham in hand or some treat for him. But hopefully when he grow up, he will start to listen. I'm thinking that tomorrow I will somehow drill a few holes in the wall in my studio here, and I will somehow secure this setup in place so the camera should have like this good angle, so every stream is okay. Because now I'm able even to like record the proper footage and then work with that. Yeah, you can already see that some of my brush strokes are pretty like lousy, and that's because I had tough workout today and my hands are shaking. You just described my favorite part of the hobby. Really? You like that? Well, I'm thinking of it like I'm commission artist, right? So all that snipping is like purely for commission purposes, and I'm losing my time doing that. So it's like stealing my time, which I love, and that it's painting and building terrain, for doing this stupid gluing. Yeah, but to each on their own. But good thing about this, that I'm making like this bad brush strokes, or how to say it, like mistakes, is that we're gonna be oil washing it, and oil washes will hide all the mistakes. Now we can correct them later anyway. Once I'm done with these horns and teeth, I will show you one scenic base I've done over the weekend. You will love it. All right, in here. Oh, I forgot that we also need to do the metal parts. Yeah, but no, now I'm thinking about it. Let's cut a few corners and don't do the metallics now. Let us wash the piece first. Then I will do the rust so that we have like nice darker undertone. And then I will paint the metal. And let's see how that looks. Same logic as with doing brass. So we do the washing first and then we're gonna paint the metal. And it's absolutely doable. Alright. Okay, horns are painted here. Let's see this one. Ah, we forgot to paint teeth on this one. So we can go here. So as you can see, this, for example, this bell. So we're gonna wash it first, and then we do the. I will not swipe the oil away from it, so it's nice and greasy. Then we do the rust. So then it's gonna blend with a wash, and then we do the metallics. Then we do the metallics. Let me stretch a bit. Okay, cool. Let us sink this in for a bit. What is my opinion on Skaventide box? Oh, Skaventide box for AOS? Yeah, I love every new release. I take it positively. So the new Skaven stuff looks great. So this, what you see, is my camera on the table. Thanks for the reply, you have a lot of discipline, congratulations. Oh, thank you. Hello Lawrence, hello from Austria, hello neighbor. Some days I paint, others I rather cut them out of spruce and glue. Really? You guys loved it? How are you, mate? I'm great, thank you. I have mixed between a Doberman and a Labrador. You mean Labrador, right? That's an interesting mix. Yeah, it's an interesting mix. But where was the last time when the new race came out for AOS? It's kind of a long time. What was the last race that the faction which came out for the AOS? It was Cruel Boys, right? No, Soulblight Grave Lords, I guess. No, Flesh Eater. No, Flesh Eater Courts. I mean, like the whole new faction. I think it was either Soulblight or Cruel Boys. It was a long time ago, so hopefully we will expect something new. Many people were expecting and telling about the Fimir were already teased so many times. That could be interesting because when you take the whole race like a Fimir from the fantasy, I really love that. So these are basically ancient chaos worshippers, like these swamp dwelling creatures with one eye and ability to do strong magic. And in Warhammer they have strong lore. Actually, they were one of those first races which were like located in the old world, and Fimir were one of the oldest chaos worshippers. I don't know if you knew that. So they have some lore in Total War as well. They were mentioned a couple of times. And some people are doing these awesome gaming mods. So they're making their own factions and adding them like the models and everything. And I've seen it already. That someone did the Fimir. And they were looking absolutely great. I'm following this guy. His name is Total War Library. And he's doing like these short videos from Total War, and also he's presenting these mods from other people. So I absolutely love that. And right now I'm doing highlights on a teeth. But you see that now. Now when we have like a better camera view, you can see it properly. Yeah, and guys, unfortunately tomorrow and Thursday, the early day streams, I have to cancel them because it's impossible around kids to stream, so it would be mess. So we're gonna cancel those ones. But next week everything is according to the plan. Maybe I will do a few extra as a compensation. This stuff is falling. Hopefully it will last till the end of the string, and tomorrow I will glue it. Don't fucking fall! Come on. Just a second. Maybe I will... You know what I can do? Let me just try something to secure this in place. I'll do something dangerous. So I'll move my painting cup in here, because this has this nice like circulation in here, and I can do... Yes! Woohoo! That worked like a charm. All good? Yeah, all good. So we are back. Back to them highlights. And eyes will be done once it's washed, so... Or no, actually, at least a first layer will need to be done before. So yeah, eyes are the next move. Technically we can do them after, but it will not look that good, so... Yeah, and now... Let us dry brush that for a second. So we're gonna dry brush the ivory on the bigger horns, so we're not spending too much time on doing manual highlighting. Still too expensive. It's like GW don't want people to buy stuff. Yeah, I think that, my personal opinion, I agree with you, Kidbesh. It's too expensive. It's too expensive, especially when they have like so strong competition when it comes to like quality of models. So other people makes great models too. Yeah, they're increasing the prices. Yeah. Hello Zik. Hi, why don't you use legs doing the row? Because I did not know how to row. I was literally sitting first time on that. So this was a new competition and I signed up. And I almost won it. I was second. I used raw power since I don't know the technique and it worked. So the guy like beat me, and the guy who beat me was like literally the professional rower, and he beat me only for like half a second or something crazy like that. But if I would have known the technique, I would have won. It was funny because when I first stepped on it, so my first try on that was that I like pulled it so hard that I flew back. I fell down, and so they gave me a second attempt. So they annihilated my time and allowed me to try again, which was good. So yeah, that's why. Warning, don't drink the paint water cup. That happened to me, like no joke, at least 3 or 4 times in my life. Like I took a nice and hefty sip. It's not nice. Man doesn't need like as much as Ghost Beast Mode. Yeah, that's literally what I do every time I do. I don't know what to do, I just sheer force through it. Usually that works. Hello Gabriel. I like the result of painting you do. Usually how many layers of color do you apply to paintings on terrain and figures? Depends on what I'm doing, but when it comes to priming I do always 2. Even though the first one is good enough. But I do 2 when I prime. But the rest, only 1, I guess. Yeah, I choose good paints, so before I switched to Pro Acryl from Element Hobbies, I was using AKs and Games Workshop. And these are, all 3 are very, very high quality paints. Actually the best what you can find on the market. So depends how you thin the paint, but usually for me it works just one layer. And I love to also combine the effects of oils. So with this combination I'm able to produce good quality paint jobs. After the shrouds, I'm in a mood when it comes to Nurgle to paint again something big, so we're gonna make ourselves a big model, so as we did with the Plague Giant. So I love painting huge models. So let's make some badass troll. I'm thinking maybe doing Rogue Idol. Like years ago I made one from scratch, actually from foam, for Gloomspite Kids. So I made this thematic Rogue Idol, and instead of head he had this giant like moon. And I would love to do something similar for this army, but since this is Nurgle and not Gloomspite Kids, the head would be different. I have something on my mind, but I will not spoil it yet. It's gonna be a surprise. You may be asking yourself that this driver does not look good, but don't worry. Don't worry. Oils will save us, as usual. So I got really hyped when I was making this shroud, so I came up with this idea at the time when Tamurkhan and the Thrones of Decay as DLC came for the Total War 3, and I fell in love with this particular area in the old world, in the Chaos Waste, called Cold Mire. So it's basically like the Chaos Swamp, and that is a really nasty place, fitting for beasts of Nurgle. So my imagination got loose and I came up with these creatures and others. We also have the Lich Flies. Oh yeah, I was promising you to show you something, so that's what I'll do. But first and last, right now, paint the eyes. So for that, we're gonna fetch a bold Parole red. Rocking the full strength, let's go, yeah! So stay tuned for tomorrow's announcement regarding my future sports career. I think you're gonna love it. So now let's paint the eye. Fingers crossed that my hands will not be that shaky. Ooh, maybe I thin it a little bit. So this is just the first layer of the eye, right? And we're gonna continue painting the eye, like the more volumes once we oil wash it. God, my hands are shaky as That was bad. Let's try this one. This is even smaller. Oh, come on. What kind of fucking idiot sculpted this? Oh, wait. It was me. What was I thinking? Why did I make his eye so small? And I made this little dot mistake. I need to fix it. So when you do this mistake, immediately go after the wet brush, apply a little moisture, smudge it, then lick the brush and continue fixing it. Usually, if you manage to notice your mistake within a few seconds, you will be able to reactivate the acrylic and clean your mistakes. If not, and it's red, you have to just try to paint over it and pray it will cover well, but usually don't. So that will cost you a few more layers. Oh my god, this is so small. Okay, yeah, good. Woo! We got the eyes. Now let them dry. Let me show you. First this. So I printed this trio of mushrooms. There's gonna be some huge terrain. I noticed I did not clean the supports well. That's the future problem. But yeah, at some point we're gonna be doing this as another piece of terrain. And now, let me show you the finished base. Give me a second. Woohoo! This is a piece of Nurgle tower coming from the ground. This will be available on my Patreon tomorrow, so it's just a whole piece. So literally plug and paint and print. And I'm working on a video as well. I got all the footage from that. Chris at table. Hey everyone, greetings from Germany. Hello Chris, greetings from Slovakia. Hal certainly loves their trims. That's cool. Thank you, brother. Penny House Lord, my kid bashing along with you. I'm like, why? Because so much trim to do. Yeah, you mean the trimming the supports from the sprues or what? Super Bean is asking, do you play as well? No, brother, I'm just building. I don't play. I am the maker. Epic Death Sense Maho, time for the terrain god. Yeah, true, brother. So you print and paint everything yourself? That's awesome. Yeah, I do. Thank you, Rashoko. Yeah. Alright, let's... By the way, I ordered these Necron rollers from Green Stuff World, so it's gonna be for a huge Necron display terrain, which we're gonna do in the future. And also, if I was showing you my stuff, what I printed, look at these little cubes. So this will be for the Necron, for the Necron bases. So all this Necron terrain. We actually sculpted these on stream. Yeah, I think last week it was. So I printed them, even though the Fab filter is broken. Well, it's not an issue for the basic shapes. Guys, I will mute me for a second because I will be hair drying, so stay with me. And we are back. So, I think we will not need acryls or acryl stuff anymore today. Yeah, so because the thing is that if you are like working both with acryls and oils, you do acryls first, then let it dry, and then you switch to oils, right? And you need to then let the oils dry first in order when you wanna come back. It's not recommended to go with acryls on the not dried oils, because obviously oils are greasy and oily and they will never blend. Yeah, so we will go with our streaking grime. Do you think about printing and selling your products? Yeah, I do. I do printing commissions as well. So, for those who don't have a printer, I can print my models for you and ship it. It's not a problem. In fact, that's what I do. So, if you want anything, Jegos, just send me a message and we can figure something out. All right. So let's fetch myself. I have two streaking grimes, and both of them are awesome. So one is like for dark vehicles. This is something like a grayish. I did it for my custom sculpted Zinj army, so I did the monochrome scheme, and for that it's really awesome. But this time, today we're gonna go with just a normal streaking grime. So let's give it a proper mix. And it would be nice to have a gloves for this job. But I got them in my... I ran out actually. I don't even have any more in my studio. Yeah, so this is a tough life of being like a terrain maker and doing everything yourself, that you have to take care of your inventory and tools, and every time you will run out of something, every time. So it's constantly restocking your stuff. So think about like when you're just painting miniatures. So remember how annoying is that, just to keep track of your painting rack, and it's always like one of the colors will run out and you need to replace it. And now think about the whole scheme, what the terrain maker is doing. So you have to keep track of your glue. So on average, I'm like, you already seen it, but I'm spending dozens of super glue, like bottles of super glue. Literally, it's running out. So I also need to buy always these little cups, for example. Look, you know, these little cups. So these are the mixing cups. Then what else? Brushes. Well, it's the same problem I believe you have as well. And then all the materials, as I mentioned, glue, gravels, grasses, stuff for sculpting, also plaster, resin. So it's like the constant struggle to keep track of what is running out. And then gloves, masks. Alright, let's wash it, and let's hope I will not get my hands dirty from this, because this stuff is really hard to get off your hands. Hopefully I did not forget anything, but now it's like, it doesn't really matter because it's already too late, because I already applied the wash. It's not the de-washes, it's just de-wash. And you will see the magic of oils live. For those who don't use oils, guys, strap in, strap on, you are in for a treat. You will see literal magic happen in front of your eyes. This is relaxing, I really enjoy it. Spreading oil on your terrain, on your, yeah, also on the terrain, on the miniatures too. Oh, can you see it? Come word and Horbis. Ah, so true. I started thinking I only need a few pens and brushes, but the more I get into the hobby, the crazier the inventory becomes. Yeah, it's insane. And keeping track of the tools and... yeah, also the list of tools is crazy how many things you need to have. Well, not that you need to have, but it's good to have, because every like professional tool is making your terrain or miniature journey better and easier and more enjoyable. So yeah, so technically you don't need a foam cutter, but once you have it, you can access the whole new level of the terrain making process. So guys, this will take a while to apply the wash evenly on the pieces. And probably I will fetch a bigger brush. Wait, what? I don't have the bigger brush. I used to have one on this one. Okay, so now it's time for brush switch. Now let's do the base. Yeah, this one was it. This one was the better brush. So I will try to not get my fingers messy. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. And you don't need to spend a lot of the wash, so these are the oil washes, so you can spread it, right? So check where you have a lot on your model and then go back there and load the brush, unburden part when you have a lot of it and then spread it somewhere else. And these streaking ramps dry unusually fast for oil washes, so we don't have that much time. However, you can still reactivate it anytime. So now the big splotch of the wash here. Come on. Yeah. Some of you guys who don't know the oil washes might be saying, oh no, he's ruining it. What the hell is he doing? Stay with me. Don't go anywhere. And you will see magic happens right in front of your eyes. Some of you asked me how it's like to use oil washes on the terrain. It's awesome. It's really awesome, but expensive. That's why I prefer acryls. Because, for example, check the set which I done. It was the Cthulhu Hellgate, I called it. So basically this was the set of the gray stones with just painted pigments. So there was this like huge tower with a Cthulhu statue as a gate. And that was whole oil washed, and all the highlights were built by swiping away the washes. But I wasted almost 4 full bottles of the thinner, and one thinner costs around 7 to 8 euros, maybe more. I need to check prices now, but it's getting expensive, more and more expensive. And when you're doing the big set, it takes a long time, very, very long time. Because since it's big, you are working with the bigger surface, and that means that oils are drying very fast, or faster, because by the time you spread it evenly to the whole piece, it's already dry, so you need to waste more of the thinner to go back and then swipe it. But the effects are irreplaceable, literally irreplaceable. And it's looking awesome. So it's single-handedly one of my favorite sets I ever done. It turned out really great. Okay, let's check it. Yeah, this looks great. Alright, let's do the last one. And by the time we are done with the last, we can start swiping away the first one. Yeah. That's cool. Ring armor. Yeah, when it comes to inventory, you're right. This week's video, guys, on YouTube, I maybe will be late, so I vowed myself that it will be done on like latest on Friday, but since I am like with my kids, since they have holidays, I cannot record it during the day because it's like too loud in my apartment. So I probably will record it tomorrow evening, so hopefully it's out normally, but delays may happen. And next week after that, I would love to start on the sculpting tutorial for you guys, for the absolute beginners to Blender, right? So in this series I'm gonna show you how to set up your Blender, where to download the free brushes, which is basically all you need as a beginner to do the awesome sculptures. And basically this whole series will be just for the miniature sculptors. So I will show you how to utilize Blender to its maximum capacity when it comes to producing sculpts which will be painted and used as in miniature wargaming. Because many of you guys are like writing me that you would love to learn Blender, and it actually makes me happy, because many people are telling me or had this impression that Blender is complicated and like not enjoyable, but when they were watching my stream, somehow the barrier was broken and they are now willing to try. So I'm happy that I motivated you guys, and I want to do everything in my power to learn, to teach you this. So I'm no pro in Blender when it comes to like this whole utilization, but I can sculpt some miniatures, some nice miniatures, so I can say I am pro in that. Alright, maybe one here. Let me have one sack to chew on, and we will be swiping away. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Now I mixed them now. Oh, it doesn't matter. Now I forgot which one was the first. So, these. I always get these funny looks from the ladies in these makeup shops, because I'm buying makeup brushes, you know, for the dry brushing. I'm buying these makeup sponges. they think I'm some kind of, I don't know what, but the looks I'm getting, it's weird. It's super weird. It's the same as when I'm buying my needles in pharmacy for my TRT, you know. So the looks from the ladies is like, you know, she's like eyeballing me and looking at my veins if I'm not a junkie. It's preposterous. People are so judgmental. You would not believe it, or actually you would believe it, because I believe that all of you already experience this, like judging from others. The key is to not let it sink with you. Who gives a fuck what other people think about you? Ain't it right, guys? Look, the magic is happening already. And my fingers are already like super dirty. Whatever. We'll come back with the thinner and do the round 2 of the swiping. So first round is while it's still drying, and then the second one is like a more delicate swiping. So as I mentioned, like streaking grime is like drying really fast. And when you're swiping, either way, be careful not to press too hard, because you can break the resin pieces like on your model. So yeah. Okay. I think that's enough when it comes to like first layer of swiping. Allow me to show it to you on the camera. Look how nice the highlights are already coming out. It's perfect for Nurgle. It's perfect for everything. Alright, so this is the first one, just the first layer of the swipes, right? Already you can see the details. Now, which one was first and which one was second of these frogs? I think this one was second. yeah, make sure you grab them. Chemward. And I give you a little advice, if I can, to save a lot of money, because these things can get expensive, especially when you're buying it in like these like branded shops. So buy them in dollar stores. It's absolutely the same. It's no difference. So you can get a pack for 2 euros or you can get a pack for 10 euros, and it's very same. So go to dollar store and buy from there. Fuck, how dirty my fingers are. Kidbesh looks amazing, brother. Well, thank you. There were some rumors that when you like wash your terrain foam, that solvents will melt it. So that's partially true, but you need to. The trick is to use these odorless thinners. Then it won't melt anything. That was a nice swipe. This was nice. And also, trick how to save more money when it comes to these makeup sponges. Cut them in half, on a third, so you will get maximum out of it. Look, here is dirty too. There's a lot of wash residing in these obscured locations. Whew. It's a lot of these washings. There's a lot of the wash. Now, a few more on these spikes here. Then we're going on this side. Eye, yeah, don't forget the eye. I'm not forgetting the eye. And another benefit of the oil wash is that it's somehow, once they're dry, there's like additional like protective layer to your miniature and terrain. So because it will create this film of protection, this layer of protection. Yeah, so this is the second one, partially swiped. And now let's do the third one. This is barely coming off, so I already will like start swiping it with a thinner. So have a bit of the thinner on the sponge. Shit. Yeah, and start swiping with this. So apply it lousily here and there. Here and there. And now swipe. And now notice more and more of the wash is coming off, creating these awesome highlights. Now that's what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Now stones on the base will be later dry brushed with the silver gray to give them nice details. And once this is dry, we can start adding highlights and color variations as well. Here. Yeah, this really plays within our narrative narrative, how to pronounce it? Narrative. That's the right pronunciation. Because these shrouds are dirty. Remember, they are living in a swamp, in a bog. So all this dirt have its reason. So here, here, and here. Okay, this is the third swipe, and let me just clean my hand a bit quick, and I will be right back. Alright, I am here. Okay, now let's do the round 2. Or which one was that with the... Okay, never mind, I will do the other one. No, actually we'll do it differently. So, I'll fetch this brush. This is the oil blending brush. I will load it with a thinner. And we're gonna apply it on a few spots. So here, 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 here. So on our miniature, just pretty randomly. Let's swipe. And look at that. Now, if you swipe too much, according to... Oh fuck, we broke the bell. Well, that happened. Go! You are free. Don't worry, if you swipe too much, you can reapply the wash anytime. So you can go back and forth until you're happy. Thank you very much for subscribing. And innards of its mouth can stay darker. I will not swipe that, so that is again fitting our narrative of being dirty little shrouds. Okay, this is the final like swipe on this one. And then let's do the third. So again, do the same thing. Load the brush, apply it to a few spots. Here, 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 here. Well, thank you very much for subscribing, and let's do the swipe. Swipe like there's no tomorrow. Get wild. Also on the back, on his teeth. Hello Zibitron, you love it, thank you. Oh wait, I'm just checking if the... yeah, it's okay. So maybe a few more of this thinner, especially on his like cap. I need to constantly remind myself to keep it in the angle of the camera so you can see everything. Okay, so this is the final swipe and one more of this toad. So here. Hopefully the fab filter will arrive this week so we can print and finally paint our great horned rat on stream. That is what I'm looking forward to. I'm sure you all do too. Once these oils are dry, it's gonna be absolutely amazing. So it's gonna create this dirty, dry look, and on the places it will look grimy. That's why it's called the streaking grime. Alright. Okay. Let's put these in the garbage, which I don't have here. Where it is? Anyway, I'll put it here. Let me show you all three of them. Lovely. Let them dry for a second. For a few minutes. Seconds. I will just throw these away. Maybe I have... oh, I will put them in here. Give me a second, I will wash my hands for the second time and then we're gonna go and do the rust. Servi, oh, what are you stippling on there and then swiping? Is it grime? Yeah, it's streaking grime from AK. So just stipple the paintbrush and then wipe it with a sponge. Yeah, so no, I'm stippling there this. It's called the odorless thinner from Dollar and Rolling. So I'll just stipple a pinch of there, and then I'm swiping it away. So the way what this do is this reactivate the already dried wash, and we can. And that allows us to swipe it away. Really nice work. My favorite is the one with the big mud, but they all have a lot of charm. Yeah, thank you. So let's do a rust. So I already have this oil palette. It's never drying. These paints are here from the last week and I can still reactivate them. Look, this orange. It's still active. So all I do is just to fetch a little bit of thinner and it's as good as new. Now I don't want them too thin. I want them a little bit thicker, because, and this is just a pure orange, right? And it's creating this awesome looking rust effect once it's dry, because oil paints dry, once they're dried, they have these almost like a powdery look, which exactly simulates the rust. So also here on this bell, also here in this bell, and then once it's dry tomorrow, I'll go back and do the highlights with the metallics. So see, you can skip the metallics part on the first stage, so you absolutely no reason to give it a metallic base coat. It's just oil, then rust, and then metallics. So this is the second one, and then the third one. The thing about love about Nurgle, besides the other thing, is that whatever metal Nurgle units have on themselves, it's all rusty. And I love rusted metal on miniatures. This effect is strikingly good. Alright, and that should be it for the rust. So now I'll clean my oil brush, fetch another one, and let's do the highlights. Let's do the highlights. So for the I have another paint which is not dried yet, so this time is this Naples Yellow Pale from Kohinoor. Time for me to go sleep. Well, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed. You can rewatch it anytime in the live section. All the past streams are uploaded there forever. Alright, let's apply now the highlights. So it's alive, yeah! So look, just a bit here, just a bit here, just a bit here, here. Then the mouth, I will do the purple, but for now I can just apply a few bits here. Also here, 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 here. These boils will be done with red, but once they're dry, I don't want them any reactivation. So a few here, maybe on a cap. And here. Now you may be asking, like, what the hell am I doing? And don't worry, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you right away. Why am I putting these beige pale dots on this piece? Why? Just tell me why. I will tell you. We're gonna be blending them, and it's gonna look awesome. Okay, so let's fetch myself a blending brush like this. And look, now the magic will happen. So gently stipple it. And we have ourselves a highlight. A beautiful blended highlights. Add more thinner, so it has this almost like a sprinkled effects when you are blending it. Also here. So it's giving it like this a little break from the grim dark. That's the reason why we are creating the highlights. So it's pleasurable for the eye to look at. So we're creating basically these highlight points. Also on the legs. And I forgot to add it here, here, and here, and also on the teeth. On the bottom teeth. On its claws, on one of the boils here and here. And now let's blend. Okay. And now look. Oh wait, like this. See? We have ourselves the highlights. Now later we'll add more colors to this. So green, purple, and others. So basically we're doing the same thing on the other frog, Shroud. Shroud, it's Shroud, not a frog. Why am I calling them frogs if they're not frogs? And I'm deliberately doing it once the wash is not fully dry, because on some places it's blending together. So it's getting this darker blend where we want it to be. And if you don't like something, you can swipe it away anytime. It's not an issue. Look. Just stipple it and blend it. That's all you do. That's all you do. Now if your blending becomes too weak, you can just dip your brush to this solvent and you can continue blending. So like now, I just dip it a bit in the thinner and then go back and start blending it again. So, see? As easy as it sounds. at least it looks. Also on this one. It's a bit on his teeth. And then we'll let it dry and come back tomorrow and continue. So notice on this dark part, so when I hit this pale highlight there, it will blend and mix with a slightly paler color of the wash. Here. Okay. And now blend. Now stipple and blend. Stipple and blend. I dipped my brush in the solvent because it was losing its power, and now it's like good as new. Good as new. Check. Oh, here. Cool. Cool. Maybe a bit on the horn. Here, and here, and here. I will clean my brush. And let's check it. And 1, 2, and 3. Wait, here. These are the 3 lovely shrouds we did today. How did you do any moves regarding Discord? Yeah, I start to set it, so work just started. I hope it will be ready soon. Looks great, all washes are doing a good job. Yeah, definitely try them, they're amazing. Yeah, they look awesome, thank you. No, I cannot lay them down because it will reactivate again. I just leave them like this. No, here. This is the right angle, so you see them properly. Alright guys. Let me move this lamp over here so I'm not bumping my heads to it. Yeah, there will be many of them. So these are just the 3 prototypes, and then I'm planning to make the whole unit of them, so at least 9. So at least 3 times more. Whew, good. So next stream we continue, guys. Hopefully it will be dry till then, so we can go and add more highlights and stuff. So yeah, it was, as usual, it was a pleasure. And yeah, let me just stop the recording. I'm gonna have some shower now and have a bit of reading. Go to again Felix, Dragon Slayer. I'm continuing their journey once again. It's the best books ever. Alright guys, so thanks everyone for being here. As usual, it was a pleasure. I really enjoy it. And make sure, please, you like this stream and comment on it and you know all the jazz. So, guys, thank you very much for being here and see you on the next one. Good night. Cheers.